The support role is one of the most difficult in Overwatch. Babysitting a team of 5 other people can be a daunting task, and utilizing the full potential of your kit is even harder. The job of a support goes well beyond just healing, as team utility plays a huge part in the success of any team. Take Mercy for example. Yes, her primary weapon is a staff that heals, but her right-click and abilities are 100% utility. Her Resurrect ability can bring a teammate back into the fight, which can turn the tide. Her ultimate can be used as mobility to flush out high ground or confirm the kill on a low target, and her Guardian Angel can get her out of a scary situation quickly. Ana is also chock full of utility alongside her fantastic burst heals. Her sleep can shut down an entire ultimate or even a pesky hog on the flank, and her bio grenade can deny the enemy of healing, potentially countering an enemy transcendence as well as opening a fight with a burst of 60 instant AoE damage. When we think of supports performing tasks other than just raw healing, it's important to note that damage dealing is also crucial. Whether it be to capitalize on a pick opportunity or defending yourself against enemy flankers, dealing damage can be just as critical as healing. To go even further, the difference in off-tasking, such as this, is further exemplified in the difference between main support and off support. Today on Actionpedia, we're going to showcase just a few examples of how a support can kill time between healing. Our first example brings us to a Dynasty versus Fusion match going down on Temple of Anubis Point B. Alarm has been made aware of the enemy tank's position down the right side flank. Now the whole team could rotate and punish this forward positioning, but internally it was decided that Alarm will hold back to ensnare them in a right angle pincer. As the plan was set in motion, Fusion makes noise down the middle, ensuring the attention of the tanks is towards them. Usually, leaving your main healer behind like this is not advisable, because if things go sideways, Mercy just isn't going to cut it. However, Poco activates Flux as soon as he can to put the plan in motion. Alarm, just around the corner, tosses a biotic grenade onto both tanks right before they go up. Even while in the air, both tanks are occupied with the commotion down center, despite the lonely Ana right under their nose. Now, let's say Alarm went along with his team originally. Not only would an appropriate bionade angle not be available to him, but he would be susceptible to receiving a log from Prophet, or risk eating a headshot from Fitz on Widow. Later, this same point, Alarm goes on the offensive again instead of healing. Revealed by the tail end of Widow's sights, he notices Hog and Widow alone on the right side. With Sleep Up and Nade just coming off of cooldown, Alarm has the tools necessary to deal with a cornered Hog. Rounding the corner, Gesture finds himself low and eating a sleep dart to the gut. With a quick shot and follow-up nade, Gesture is deleted, and Fusion continues the assault on the point. Fast forward about 30 seconds and Alarm feeds us another example on a silver platter. Noticing his Hog going down, Alarm moves in to capitalize on the enemy Ana who exhausted her cooldowns for the Hog. Jumping down from the ledge, Alarm surprises them and lands a nade, getting creative low. Alarm heads back around and finishes him off. Despite getting slept, his team follows up on the space created and this Ana lives to see the point successfully captured. Notice that throughout these plays, Alarm's primary objective is to disrupt the enemy in any way, and weaving heals between the flanking and DPSing. Finding a good balance is key to utilizing time spent outside of purely healing. Speaking of balance, no hero weaves between damage and healing quite as well as Baptiste. And when you think about it from a design standpoint, it makes sense. His gun provides both outputs very well. Damage in the form of a burst assault rifle, and healing in the form of an AoE grenade launcher. Let's take a look at a sequence where Violet shows us, if played right, how effective and aggressive Baptiste can be. Starting off, Violet finds himself being booped off of the high ground and put in a compromising position behind enemy lines. Narrowly dodging the hook, Violet reminds Gesture just how painful Baptiste's gun is, and he hightails it out. Closing into point, Violet continues to pump damage into any target he sees, essentially acting as a third DPS stand-in. As we can see, the Dynasty crumbles and Shock captures the point. Let's rewind and take a look at that sequence again, but this time we're going to keep track of how many effective healing and damage shots he took. Even blinded by the critical icons, he is adamant on left-clicking instead of healing, a sure sign of trust in his second support. As you can see, if the situation calls for it, Baptiste can become an off-brand soldier, with insane vertical mobility and a get-out-of-jail-free card. What about a hero with more passive healing? With a character like Lucio, utility for your team goes well beyond hunting for environmental kills with your boop. As much as I'd like to say your job outside of amping heals is wall riding, in reality the name of the game for Lucio is displacement and confirming kills. Demonstrated beautifully in this clip featuring Rain on Lucio. We can clearly see the force of nature a Lucio on the loose can become. Heading into it, a teamfight has just set off, and Rain helps capitalize on the grabbed Rain. Hungry for blood, Rain wall rides towards the front line and finds himself behind a clueless Mei, booping her off and confirming the elimination. Continuing with this momentum, Rain swings back towards the point and boops Choi Hyobin away, forcing him to burn his cooldowns and attempt to retreat. Rain heads back out and notices Striker already low, so he swoops in to confirm the kill. Super has trickled in behind Choi Hyobin in an attempt to further stall the point, but Rain quickly empties his clip into him, and secures himself the 4K in that fight alone. Having a frog sliding around the map finishing off low targets for you is an immense help, and can be the difference in them getting away versus waiting out the respawn timer. Outside of healing, each support hero has something to offer the team outside of being a portable health pack. Learning to play a support hero means getting creative with the tools that are given to you, and making the most out of the downtime between keeping your teammates topped off. And that's all we have for this episode of Actionpedia. Are you a support player? What's your favorite utility ability in the support lineup? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. This video was made possible thanks to our wonderful patrons. A big thank you to everybody on this list, and shout out to Jason, Foxy, Lyra, Mauve, Nate, Nathan, Sierra, Shoopy, Shampoo, Weeaboo, and Spartacus for being platinum supporters. And an extra special shout out to Mookie Noodles, Marco, and Steven for being diamond supporters. Thanks a ton, everybody! If you also want to support our channel and unlock perks, check out the Patreon link in the description below, or join our Discord server. If you want to help us out in a different way, leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell to stay up to date is also appreciated. My name is Nikita, and thank you for watching.